talking about getting rid of the camper.
Oh.
And how you're going to be a little bit sad about it.
I am going to be sad about that. I really do love our camper.
I love the camper. I just don't love dealing with the camper.
I always knew it was going to be impermanent, just the way that you rifle through things. Honestly, the best part is having the bed made up at all times so that, like, at any point in time, someone can crawl in, take naps.
Someone.
Blue, probably.
Yeah, just Blue. Nobody else. It was really nice for Washington.
Yeah, it was great for Washington. Would have been even nicer for Washington than if it ever rained.
Yeah, right.
I am excited about a truck build. First of all, I am excited for you just to build a truck to see what comes of that, and then like how creative you can get with the design to fit us and our needs.
The thing is I need more space because I have so much camera gear now. And I've got a lot of camera gear. Natalie is a photographer, so she's got camera gear as well, pretty much identical setup. So we've just got a lot of stuff, and the FJ is very packed. So
it is very packed.
And we'll have the ability to be inside of a space if we need it.
Yeah, that'll be really nice. I do really love the idea also of the being inside and then being able to climb up to the bed. That's exciting. Like a little nest, and the fact that you still have that inside part where you can get away from the elements if they're too harsh. It's also going to be really exciting based on our conversation just up this trail of having two capable off-road vehicles to take.
Yep.
So that I can be driving.
As you can see, this thing is just an awesome camper. It's been really cool. It's awesome having this much space. I'm just not in love with towing a trailer. It's just not for me. So I'm going to get this thing ready to go, and I'm going to be selling this thing and moving on to a different project for next year. The last time I used this thing was in August at the Overland Expo. I've camped probably a week's worth of nights since then, and I haven't used this. Even though it's an off-road trailer, it just won't fit into certain places that I want to go all the time. Having to take the tent off and the refrigerator out when I bought the camper, I thought that would be a cool solution to have both things. To have a shorter wheelbase when I wanted it sometimes, and take all that stuff off and then have a long wheelbase but have a more comfortable camper. The FJ I have a sense of pride with because I built it all and I did all the work myself. With this, I didn't hardly do anything to it. I did some electronics and I did some improvements, but just looking at this thing, there's like a sense of pride because this is a cool looking camper. And I've made some major improvements on it. It's been awesome, but it doesn't check all the boxes. Some of the things I learned about this camper, or having a camper, or some of the things that I really want to have for the future rig and how I'm gonna build it. After buying the Alu cab, I have become totally in love with how fast you can pack something up and pack something away. With the Alu cab setup and the awning, I can set that up and put it away so fast. It's just when something doesn't take much time at all, it's not something that you like dread. This camper is not anywhere near fast. It seems like it would be with the slide out kitchen and all that stuff. With Natalia's help, I can set this thing up relatively fast. I would say probably 20 minutes or so, 30 minutes probably for the front bed and everything. But to put it away, to put this awning away, put everything down, double check everything to make sure something's not gonna pop open, it takes an hour and a half probably. The pantry is for sure one of the coolest things about this. This is too perfect. Having a fold down table like this is super convenient, super easy, especially when you combine it with that. And then the inside table is now outside. It's kind of weird to navigate around. It could have been thought out a little bit better, but I do like that. The other thing that grew on me, because especially in the United States, we have this like growing towards like hard cases for everything. These simple Velcro packs this is the way to go. When me and Natalia travel in the FJ and the dog, and I have my camera gear, there's no room left for taking a heater along. There's no room left for a longer trip. We're gonna be going to Baja soon, and that's gonna be a squeeze because it's a small vehicle, and I've outgrown it. I've had it forever, so I'm ready to build something else. So anyway, There's certain things that I love about the camper, and there's a lot of things that I don't. I'm not a base camper. That's what I've learned is like, I used to do some base camping. I don't like base camping. When I went to Missouri, I did some base camping, and we sat there and hung out at the lake and stuff for a couple days. But when I went to Missouri, I didn't want to drag this along because I knew I was going to be doing further trails in Arkansas that I would not be able to drag this through. So I took the tent. So even base camping, that thing is totally comfortable. Another reason I'm switching to the truck is my ability to travel with the Zero Breeze. That thing is amazing. I don't care what anybody says about it. Like, I know there's plenty of people that have their opinions on it's overpriced, it's over this, it's over that. I absolutely love that thing. And to have an Alu-Cab canopy camper, I will, for the sake of living in Colorado, I will have the fireplace kit installed on it, but I will also have the Zero Breeze unit set up in a way to where when I get out, it'll be even easier than the FJ to hook it up. So if Blue's in the car, I can keep her air conditioned while we run into stores. And that space is small enough on that Alu-Cab that at night I will be able to have air conditioner. This thing's too big to have an air conditioner. That thing doesn't, the Zero Breeze won't quite keep up with this amount of space. The Alu-Cab setup, because of the way it's designed, I would be able to go to sleep and take a nap in that thing with the AC going under some trees or something, not in direct sunlight. But if it's middle of the day and we need to crash out or Natalie is tired or something, we could set that AC up in the canopy camper and you could air condition that space and actually be able to sleep in the desert or something like that, or in the Midwest. This is a pretty cool camper. These are awesome. I know you're watching this probably thinking like, why would you get rid of this thing? This just doesn't fit what I do for the most part. That's what I learned. And part of the reason I learned that is when I hunted with Jesse this year, I didn't have time to put the Alu-Cab back on the truck. I couldn't tow this to where we were gonna go hunting. We stayed in the back of his old wilderness, and it was just super simple and it was super nice. We both slept in that big thing, and you wake up in the morning, you have the truck bed space to kind of move around in. I remember looking at the floor and I was like, this is plenty, because how much do you really need? We don't spend that much time inside. I'm ready to build the truck, and this has been a fun project, but I'm moving on to other things.
You've got a lot of ideas and things that we love about the camper that we wouldn't really have known about that we're going to incorporate into the truck. So
Right. I swear there used to be a cabin down here. There used to be a hut right there. I'm almost positive of that. It was like a ski hut. There used to be a hut up here.
no, there's no way.
Babe, I got pictures of it. She's sassing.
It's just so unlikely that somebody demoed a cabin. Also, don't those cabins have like little roads that go to them and a fence around them like the other
Not
one?
this one. There was a moose next to one.
Sure. I think you had a little bit of
Altitude sickness. I want something where I can just turn the heat on, and I want to be able to come and hang out here in October, camp up here, turn the heat on, no hassle factor. I can still go down these trails without dragging something along. I camped less this year because of the setup. Okay, I'm headed home from Denver. I went down there today and the camper drove off with its new owner. I'm one step closer to building this truck that I want to build, though I'm still going to wait until fall or winter to do so. I want to give the new Tacoma as long as possible, just in case I start hearing rumors about it launching next year. And if that's the case, then I'll probably wait even longer. I'm not sure. I learned what I want in a kitchen system from the Conqueror, and I learned what I want. I learned what I want from interior living space from the Conqueror, and really, more importantly, what Natalia needs for the interior space of the truck that I'm going to build. So it was a cool experience owning the thing, but I'm glad it went on to a new owner.
As always, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and feel free to check out my other adventure, off-road, and overland related content.